In this life, you'll be told that you can't do things, that you're not good enough, pretty enough, or smart enough. This world, it will try to beat you up mentally, again and again, until most of us don't even try anymore. But that's not you. You're listening to this because you're a fighter. The question that remains is how to build confidence and self-esteem when life, work, and bad relationships are taking your confidence away. How to improve confidence when we don't even like ourselves. Why am I never good enough? Confidence and self-esteem are something that many of us struggle with, at least in some point of our lives. As our lives change, it is impossible not to doubt yourself, at least sometimes. Learning how to improve your confidence is similar to training a muscle. You can make it stronger if you just know the right methods. Did you know that, like any other behavior, being confident or the lack of confidence can be learned from other people? As we grow up to be the humans that we now are, we observe our surroundings and copy behavior from others around us. We learn how to speak, how to have table manners, and how to behave in different situations. Whether you realize it or not, we also learn how to talk to ourselves. If you've always been surrounded by people who look at the negative side of things, you are more likely to inhabit the same behavior yourself. If you've had a mother who constantly talked herself down, or a friend who's incredibly insecure, we might learn to copy their behavior without even realizing it. The first step on how to improve confidence is to start observing the conditioning of your mind objectively. Is there a reason why you always default to disliking yourself? Maybe being modest and critical about yourself has been more favorable in your community. Or maybe you've taken influence from someone in your life who's very critical about themselves. Eventually, once you cut down your ties to your automated and conditioned way of thinking, you have taken the biggest step on how to build confidence and self-esteem. I know you must be thinking, how does changing the way you look at other people have to do with your own self-esteem? Well, it does. It's not that we think we're better than others. We're just used to seeing the flaws in everyone. Some of us might even secretly enjoy being judgmental. After all, people watching is so much fun. Making fun of others is so easy, and gossiping makes things more interesting. We don't really even think we're hurting anyone when we're making fun of the weirdos walking by, but we are. We're hurting ourselves. The way you look at other people has a lot to do with your own confidence, but you probably never realized it. When you constantly condition yourself in seeing the flaws in other people, you will see flaws in yourself as well. What you give attention to in life, it grows. If you give attention to how ugly or lame or stupid other people are, you will see more of these qualities not only in others, but also in yourself. If you don't know how to build confidence and self-esteem, start by seeing positive qualities in other people. Start by finding at least one good thing about every single person you meet during your day. It can be something positive about their looks, behavior, achievements, whatever you choose to see. This way, you will condition yourself into seeing the positive things about people, including yourself. And on the plus side, it will also probably make you gain some friends. An important step on how to build confidence and self-esteem is to imagine what it would feel like. But there is a wrong way and a right way to do it. The wrong way to do it is to try to imagine yourself as the ultimate dream version of yourself. Worst case, everything else that you currently are. Looking like a different human. Too often we think that we can only become confident when we look like what we think we should look like. With better hair, better skin. If only we would weigh less, be more attractive or popular, then we could be confident in ourselves. This kind of thinking, it will only create a larger gap between your confidence and your insecurities. It's okay to know what you want to look like, but being confident has nothing to do with what you actually are or what you look like. Being confident is about feeling confident, not how you look. It's about being okay with yourself, despite the hair color or your weight. The right way to do it is to imagine the feeling of being confident. Don't imagine what you look like. Imagine how you would feel inside. Imagine all the things you could do if you were confident with yourself. Imagine the feeling when you walk with confidence, or strike a conversation with someone when you feel confident about yourself. Imagine the freedom. As a default, we humans tend to reflect on our experiences by automatically comparing them to what we see around us. Earning $100 feels like a lot of money until you hear someone else just made 1,000. Having your dream job might feel amazing until you hear someone else has a dream job and a partner of their dreams. All of a sudden, we feel like we're missing something. Become aware of your need to compare yourself to others. In order to build confidence and self-esteem, don't give in to the trap of always judging yourself in comparison of what other people have. Do everything you can to stop yourself when you find yourself doing it. None of us has the exact same story or body, and that is part of the beauty of life. There will always be someone who's prettier, smarter, faster, or more rich. Let them be what they are. Focus on your story. Some years ago, I moved to a city where absolutely no one knew me from before. It was like I had just received a new life. There was absolutely no external pressure whatsoever. There were no expectations of what I should look like, sound like, or even what I should be doing. Somehow, I never felt more confident with myself. I felt like I could be anything or do anything, and no one would care. Sometimes we get caught in the loop of trying to be what other people expect us to be. We think that we need to look or behave a certain way in order to be accepted or even liked in society or just among our friends. We see other people doing things and we think that that's what we should be doing as well. We think that if we do something else, it's rude or that we're being selfish. If you want to learn how to improve confidence, stop trying to please everyone. You'll never be able to please everyone. The people who deserve your time accept you as who you are. The ones who do not accept you as you are do not deserve your time. And even if you change your behavior in order to please others, it will most likely remain unnoticed because everyone else out there are too busy worrying about themselves too. If you want to be more confident in yourself, never be ashamed of your interests. We sometimes conform to the general norm and try to do what others are doing. When we feel insecure about ourselves, we think it's bad being weird or liking different things than others. But having a hobby that you enjoy is very important, not only for your happiness, but also for your confidence. When you have a hobby that you enjoy and can improve in, you will automatically improve your confidence and self-esteem. Never give up on a hobby or an interest because other people think it's lame. Never hide your passion because society perceives it as nerdy or weird. Whatever you do, do it proudly. Here's the truth. You will most likely always have some sort of negative inner voice, and that's fine. Getting rid of your negative self-talk is a long process that many of us struggle with our entire lives. It's something that can be learned out of, but you will still most likely always have it to some extent. The key is to not let it affect you. If you want to learn how to improve confidence, you must learn to not take your negative inner voice so seriously. Listen to your inner bully, but don't react to it. Self-criticism is like a highly developed survival mechanism, but it doesn't mean it's always useful. Imagine it as like a headline in a trashy tabloid or a gossip magazine. You can read the header, but it doesn't mean the article is necessarily true or even worth looking into. We've all made mistakes. things we wish we hadn't done, and things that keep us awake in the middle of the night. Putting yourself down for your mistakes is completely normal. That's something many of us do. However, try to see them for a different point of view. Try to see if you could learn from your mistakes instead of letting them haunt you. Don't get stuck on hating yourself because of your mistakes, but instead ask yourself, how can you improve next time? What can you do differently next time? Why is this mistake hurting you so much? Can anyone help you? Or why do I think I'm never good enough? See your mistakes as the opportunities they are, instead of dead ends. No matter how bad you screwed up, nothing is a mistake if you learn something out of it.